Welcome back, gamers. Welcome back, game designers. We are here with Biofire Games, and we are demoing out Alistair's journey. And we want to continue this series of introducing everyone to everything, little bits, a piece at a time. Today, we're going to be showing you all about all of the characters. So we have Alistair, we have Cahal, we have all of them. So we're going to go ahead and go through all 6 of our characters and show off all 3 of their abilities each, their ultimate, and also discuss how some of them have changed actually since we've recorded this video. But we had a lot of footage we needed to use, so we're going to use that. Without further ado, let's jump in and let's figure out what Alistair can do as of today. Alistair is going to have 100 health with 150 mana. This balances him out as one of the introductory characters to have him have a good amount of health. He was the first character we created, so we gave him 3 damage abilities. Those damage abilities are going to be Fireball, Ice Ball, and Bomb. So, here's how they work. In short, they all deal damage. Fireball is going to do approximately 10 damage. So your standard attack does 1 damage, the Fireball is going to do 10. This is going to consume 20 mana, so you can do this several times before you run out of mana. Plus, every round and every time you pick up a health pickup, or a mana pickup, you're going to get your mana back. So you have a lot of opportunity to just kind of blast this out. And most enemies are around 10 to 25 health, so 2-shotting an enemy, as long as you hit them, well, yeah, you're here to do great. The second, this one is Ice Ball. So this is an ability that he learned thanks to a different character, or at least the area that they're from. Reading into the lore a little bit, you can actually see that the third area that we journey into, the snow area, that area is where he learned the Ice Ball. The Arctic Fire ability will deal some damage, it does about 5 damage. It's not as much as some, but it will freeze them. Now, freezing enemies versus other enemies, it's going to affect them differently. Each enemy has their own kind of withstanding time, and as the status is hit, it'll come back off depending on different things. So bosses will shake off the cold just a little faster than other minions. And if you do it right at the right time, or hit them at the right time, you'll be able to freeze them and kill them all in the same blow. Last is our Bomb, and just like our last trick, he learned this from the Fire Kingdom. Now, we don't actually get to see the Fire Kingdom in this game, but we do have some lore about them, such as the twin brothers that we're going to learn about here later. With this in mind, the Bomb hits an enemy and then does an AoE blast. However, as it stands in this video, we do not see the AoE. We don't see him hit and then explode. That has been added as of today. We just don't have the footage for that, so I apologize. But here in the future, you'll be able to see that. But any which way, this is the most damaging ability and also consumes the most amount of mana. This is going to consume 50 mana and instantly kill any minion it hits. And then with the AoE, it'll deal a good bit of damage and kill many minions, if not at least severely damage them. Last, we have our ultimate. Our ultimate is a giant fire wave. So when you activate this, you instantly deal a lot of damage to every enemy on the field, instantly killing any of the minions and severely damaging bosses. When this ability goes off, you'll have a short duration where you'll be gaining back some mana over time. This effect applies for a short duration, but it does help against any boss fight. With that said, Alistair is complete. He is our first of many, and he has been the first that we've had since the beginning of the game, so I hope you enjoy Alistair. We're going to go ahead and go on to Cahal now. Cahal, the Accursed Druid. His curse was cast by Mirgith, the dragon. Mirgith cast upon him in his forest a dark curse that turned the denizens of the forest against all those who approach. Cahal himself turned into a treant, still full of large amounts of magical energy. After Alistair came in and destroyed the evils that were cursing the land, he was able to free Cahal from his treant curse, but not completely. And his 3 abilities start with Phase Shot. Phase Shot is his ability to summon an ally from the forest, currently shown as the spider. Whenever that spider is cast, the spider will shoot an additional shot per attack, just like your normal attack. So you don't have to do too much. Pop the ability and it's standing out there for just a little bit. Next you have the Wall of Stone. The Wall of Stone is able to cast and protect him, but also stop the bullets he casts upon others. So all attacks that he uses and all attacks that enemies use are stopped by this wall. Using Tracer Shot, you can actually get around this wall pretty nicely. If you hug the top or bottom just ever so slightly, you can use the Tracer Shot to get around to others. Nice little combo move you can pull off with him. Now the Wall of Stone does continue to move, so you need to move with it. Last, the Druid calls upon the weather itself and casts a Lightning Orb. The Lightning Orb doesn't just damage the target initially, but also damages them over time, becoming a very deadly curse. Last, we have his Treant Curse. He is able to, as an ultimate, cast the curse upon himself once again, which increases his magic regeneration, his health regeneration, and give him a slight resistance factor. During this time, he simply is regenerating a little bit better than he would normally. There's nothing else other than that. He simply is a little bit better than where he was before in every aspect. Cahal, unlike Alistair, has a slightly different stat block. He attacks faster, his health is more, but his mana is much less. His abilities don't take up as much to cast, but at the same time, his health, his mana pool is less. Cahal is a very strong hero to have on your side. Guenever is our next hero. She is from the town, or should I say village, of Esethus. I said it right that time. Yes. Anyway, she is a cleric of that village, and she is one of the most gifted of her kind. Unlike others, she is actually not just able to heal, but she is actually able to cast the Chilling Cold. As her first ability, she can use Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate allows her to heal herself over time, as well as an initial burst. A small change that has happened is that Rejuvenate also does the initial burst, which is not being shown here. That was changed just recently. Next is her Arctic Fire ability. This is the exact same ability as Alistair himself, but this is where Alistair learned it. Last is the Esethus Shield. This is a special shield. Not just does it make you invulnerable to damage from projectiles, this particular shield makes it so she heals all damage taken in instead. This does make it so she's immune to any damage over time abilities, things like that. However, charging abilities, she is still vulnerable. Finally, she has her ultimate, which is her Arctic Storm. Just like her Arctic Fire, it freezes all enemies. Arctic Storm will freeze enemies for 5 to 8 seconds. She has the least strong stat of health at only 75, but she's actually able to rejuvenate that with 2 of her abilities. So luckily she has a large mana pool to pull from to get there. Her mana pool is 125. Her abilities don't cost as much mana though. So although she has less mana total, her castings continue to be strong.